Good morning, Western Slope. Happy Tuesday. I'm Dalen Brazelton. Let's talk about your weather. Folks, it's going to be a lovely one for today all across western Colorado as we're barely avoiding a cold front and we may be seeing a little bit of fog rolling into the region. Taking a look behind me on America's Mattress Live Tower Cam. It's going to be a lovely one. We're still waiting on that sun to rise, but a little bit of fog starting to form near those mountain ranges behind me as well. It's going to be a slow start to the day, and that's going to help cool things down in the long term for the morning hours. But in the grand scheme of things, that cold front is missing most of the Centennial State. Temperatures nice and cool for today, barely getting into the 50s. And then, like I mentioned before, some weekend snow is possible, and that could be breaking a streak that we've had for quite some time. That cloud coverage already starting to push in from the northwest and maintain kind of sitting in the valley for the next couple of hours. By the time 9 a.m. is rolling around, we're kind of expecting to see this dissipate and clear up, but no real moisture is expected to be associated with that, at least down here in the valley. We're waking up right now to 34 degrees in Grand Junction, as well as Paonia. Glade Park seeing those mid-30s as well, with Nucla barely above freezing. Delta and Montrose hanging out in the 20s, though. A little bit chillier of a start over there for today. For that classroom forecast, that first bell's ringing to 33 degrees and partly cloudy skies. As we head throughout the day, we're going to see that cloud coverage really begin to loosen up, just like we did yesterday. However, it's going to be a little bit later in the day just due to that fog in the morning hours. Going to take a little bit extra time for some of that moisture to get out of the air. However, still going to be incredibly cold. Make sure you're grabbing a jacket on your way out because it's finally starting to feel like November weather, even though November will be done in about a week. Over the course of the day itself, we're seeing 50 degrees heading our way anywhere from 1 to 2 p.m. and then push on for the rest of the afternoon. Meanwhile, the morning hours, well, that's going to be a very chilly one, getting below freezing for a little bit before starting to climb, getting out of those 30s finally around 9 to 10 o'clock in the morning, and then we start to clear up in the sky from there. For that Cozy Cat forecast, we got Cleo hanging out with us all week long, and it's going to be a lovely day to stay inside and hang out with your cat a little bit longer because, of course, these temperatures are getting chilly, folks. 32 degrees at 7 a.m. and then slowly warming up to 45 degrees by 11 o'clock, plagued by some clouds here and there before things kind of start to clear up. Some good news, though. We're not really seeing any wind speeds in the morning hours. That's kind of been the trend for the last couple of weeks. Some fairly strong winds in the morning and then those kind of dying off by noon. No, it's just a beautiful breezeless day for a majority of it. Now, this cold front is very interesting because even though it's not expected to really impact the western side of the Rockies, I mean, this thing this week is pushing all the way down into the southern areas, could be getting all the way down into the middle of Georgia, for example. But you see over here, Colorado, still nice and clear, nice and average temperatures. Although we will start feeling a little bit of those effects as we get closer to the averages for this time of year, low 50s, slowly climbing up. Thanksgiving going to be a lovely time in the mid 50s. However, those night temperatures are going to be cold, folks. Some chances for precipitation are really starting to build, though. Some snow showers, for example, on Sunday. Well, that could be an interesting one, folks. We are now hitting day 255 since our last major snowfall. So seeing this is definitely a great sign that some change could be on the way. As we take a look ahead to that Discovery Auto Group 7-day forecast, we're seeing low 50s for a majority of the week before dropping into the 40s for the weekend. And take a look at this, folks, possibly 30s to start next week. Snow shower potential also for Montrose, mid to upper 20s for the overnight lows, and then no real chances of precipitation for Thanksgiving. So looks like it's going to be a beautiful time for the Western Slope, and I'm thankful for these beautiful temperatures.